Hello, eBay and Mercari. Today I'm showing you a Samsung DVD-V9800. This is a DVD VCR combo player. Before I fire it up here and show you it working, I do just want to say real quick that this unit does have HDMI, but the HDMI will only output the DVD side. Okay. I see a lot of people selling this model, and they put HDMI in their item title. To me, that's a little misleading, because the average person, they see a tape deck and they see HDMI in the title, and they're going to think, oh, that's perfect. I can watch my tapes on my new TV that only has HDMI. Well, no, unfortunately, you can't. It's only for the DVD side. For the VHS... Ooh, that is a loud startup sound. For the VHS, your regular red, white, yellow composite is going to be not only your best, but your only output for that. There is no tuner in this unit, so there's no coax RF. Only composite. There's also a component and an HDMI, but those are only for the DVD. Just let this load up to the menu here real quick. So what is included with this unit? You get the unit itself, the power cable is built in. You also get a little 4 or 5 foot set of RCA cables, because that's probably what you're going to be using. You want to watch tapes, which is probably the main reason that you're getting this. The play button doubles as an enter button. If you want to do anything else on the DVD, like go around the menus, you're going to have to buy a remote. Unfortunately, I don't have any remotes that work with this. But the remote that you're going to need is a 00061J Samsung remote. And you can get them for about $750 free shipping on eBay. And maybe a little more on Amazon. So, let's pop in the tape here. You see it auto switches. It'll auto switch to the tape or the DVD if you put one in. You also have a button down here to manually switch between them.
Part of the lower back leg, probably of Brontosaurus, just the same as this,
A little fast forward while playing. A little rewind while playing. Do a high-speed rewind. And a high-speed fast-forward. We have a few more buttons on the front here. We have input select, which is nice. There's only 2 inputs, so it's kind of crazy that they dedicated 2 buttons to that. Probably a leftover from back when these things had tuners and you would have to change the channels with them. And really not entirely even necessary on this, because a nice thing about this is it has a auto switching detection on the input. So if you have something with a signal and you plug it in the front here, it'll automatically switch to that input anyway. But, still useful to have those buttons if you have 2 things turned on at the same time, one plugged into the front and one plugged into the back. It also has this HDMI button there, which will automatically change the resolution of the HDMI output every time you press it. It starts out at 480p. If you press it, it will go to 720p. You press it again, it will go to 1080i. And finally 1080p, and then back to 480p. So if you have a TV that is very demanding of what resolution you put into it, it's nice for that, I guess. Let's take a look at your inputs and outputs here. We do have the one front RCA input. There's also an LCD screen there if you couldn't see it. We'll go ahead and unplug that so we can turn it around here. We have another RCA input in the back there. We have your RCA output. This is what I had connected a second ago. That is the only output for the VCR. We also have another analog audio out there. We have a coax digital out for surround sound. We also have an optical out for surround sound. We have component video, and we have HDMI video. And they are all tested, and they all work great. But unfortunately, you're probably just going to want to use that one because that is the only one that will work for the VCR. And other than that, it is fully tested. All of the buttons work. You just saw the playback works. I actually did test the recording function of the VCR with a line input as well. That works great. So everything is tested and 100% working. And I believe that is all I have to tell you about this one. Thanks for looking.